What's up, everybody? Mark 13 here. Sorry if I do sound a little off. I don't really know. My nose has been sucked up all day. Allergies are a bitch. And yeah, the reason there wasn't a video yesterday, I just kind of forgot I forgot to post it. I completely forgot to post it yesterday. But yeah, I wasn't really even feeling it yesterday anyway, so we're just gonna act like that never existed. I'm going to delete it now, actually. Hold up. Sorry about the sniffling. My allergies are a bitch. But yeah, sorry about my nose. My allergies are a bitch. It's killing me today. Woke up with my nose stuffed and shit. Okay, that's alright. So let's just get on with it today. So we get to the combat. Goddamn it. We get to the combat training arc. Oh my god, I cannot do this. Alright, we get to the combat training arc, and all the teams are the same except Clyde and Chandler just go up against, like, I don't know. Two teams have to go twice. Twice to go against Chandler and Clyde and Lincoln and Ronnie Ann. Lincoln's hero costume. Let me just pull this up real quick. Deku is still the same. Dragon Ball, where is it? There we go. Here we go. Alright. Actually, hold up, wait a minute. Give me a minute. Takes a while to go down, not that far. On. Damn it. Actually, it should be down here. I knew I should have made something on Pinterest for this. Nope, just couldn't listen to my own voice. But yeah, say Lincoln and okay, they fight two second years. Oh come on, where is it? I swear it was. Why didn't I listen to the inner voice in my head to say put it in one and in? Up. Damn it. Don't mind. Oh dear God, this is taking far too long. I am so sorry it's taking this long. It should be down here. You want to throw me a bone, Pinterest? Remind me to do something about all of this. Okay, set reminder, do something about all of this. This is taking way too long. There we go. Okay, this is what Lincoln's costume is looking like. I'm just gonna... Shit, I'm just gonna have to create a section for... But yeah, Lincoln looks like this mixed in with Beat's first costume, so more like DI. Yeah, this. Let's go with this for now. It will change later on. Okay. Let's get right in. Just go look up my foreign exchange here on there. You'll be able to test Ronnie Ann's. And the two second years, Lincoln and Ronnie Ann, go up against... shit. Actually, no, I'm just going to have them go up against one of their random classmates. I'm not in the mood for this. Alright, so I say Lincoln and Ronnie would fight Ojiro and Hagakure, yeah. Oh, this is gonna be annoying for the rest of the video, isn't it? Yeah, Hagakure. Lincoln and Ronnie are the villains. Ojiro and shit. Ojiro and Hagakure are the villains. Lincoln and Ronnie are heroes. I'm so thirsty. Yeah, so let's say that Lincoln versus now after they get into the building, which for Chandler and Clyde did what Shoto did and just froze the building. So yeah. Now if Lincoln Ryan when Lincoln sees Ojiro, one good hit and he's down. Since I really don't. Ojiro definitely doesn't have the durability at this point to survive getting smacked upside the head by Lincoln. And Lincoln easily takes down Hagakure after he realizes where she is, which he does reveal one special move by infusing ki into his head and punching. He can Air Force. He kind of just smacked her. It touched the bomb. Alright. That's it done. Let's get into the USJ. Now then, they do continue training all the way up to the USJ. And Lincoln and the boys are actually starting to notice something about Chandler. His ki is going from normal white, what they all used to be, to somewhat greenish. But they think, we'll handle that later. But that's only like when Chandler is going as maxed out as he can, so who knows. Now we get to the USJ. Mizuku's costume is actually fine here, since, even though he had a good fight with... Oh, shit, I forgot to go up Mizuku's fight. He had a good fight with Katsuki, but Katsuki eventually lost when Izuku stopped holding back. So, yeah. Let's get into the USJ. Let's finish. Now then, Karagiria shows up, things goes as canon. Now then, Ryan and Chandler end up in the landslide zone with Jiro and Momo and Dinky. Clyde, Chandler ends up with them. Clyde ends up with Tokiyami and Koda. Lincoln, on the other hand, is seen falling from the sky with Izuku as they went into the water. They see a shark whale, and just as they're about to attack, Suyu, not Asui. Suyu comes out of nowhere and kicks him out the mouth before letting him up on the boat as they go over the planet, except it's a lot easier to get to the shore since, Lincoln and Izuku are stronger than Izuku currently was at Canada at this time. So a couple of windy vortexes and boom, they get to the land. Now then, but while that's going on, for the storm, I don't know what the rain one's called. I forgot. But yeah, things are a lot progressively easier since they have a Saiyan with ice powers there. So, Clyde kind of freezes everything before telling him that he's going to go off to the zone to get to the center of the USJ where they wore to help Aizawa Sensei. As he rushes off, the villain that showed up, the one that had thunder resistance, he had some kind of electric perk. He's taken out by Chandler relatively fast. But only after he kind of pisses Chandler off by saying he's going to kill, that the villains here are going to kill all of them. And this starts off a ticking time bomb that we will see explode by the end of this. Now then, after this happened, Momo doesn't really ruin her costume here because of Chandler just kind of handles it mostly by himself. I mean, yeah, they help, but, So, yeah, Chandler rushes off to the middle of the USJ. And this is when both him and Clyde get there at the exact... He meets up with Clyde halfway there, and he proceeds to rush there. Now then, we make it back to our main characters. Things go in canon, except this time when Shigaraki attacks Sue, Nomu smacked Dave straight in the face by 2 powerful hits. And this is when 2 more powerful hits come from the side, smacking the Nomu away. Well, sending it skirting back a little bit, before Shigaraki's also giving a roundhouse kick to the face. boy, now they got here a lot faster than Cammy, and Ida hasn't gone to get All Might yet. Hasn't been able to go get All Might yet. Meaning that right now, it's just these four versus Nomu. So yeah. Hold up. Oh, I can finally breathe through my other nostril. Alright, let's get back into this. So yeah. We see, so it's these four versus Nomu as they tell us, Suyu and Mineta, to grab Asawa Sensei and go, and they'll hold this thing off as long as possible until the Pearl Heroes can get here. Now, Suyu and Mineta rejects this at first. Actually, Suyu tries to talk to Chandler. She's since she has the closest bond with him than the other two, and hopefully she can get him to listen to reason to just run. To get them all to run so no one loses their life here. But that doesn't work. So, with heaviness, they leave as the four boys square off against the monster. And Lincoln has smart snarl. This is gonna be fun. Lincoln says, yeah. Let's see how long we handle up against this thing. Zuko says, with Clyde giving, this is gonna, ooh. They're all stretching, cracking their bones. This is when Shigaraki tells Nomu to kill these four. Nomu, kill these four. Monkeys. He sees the tail and calls them monkeys. Yeah. Shiggy's kind of racist here. He's truly a villain now. Alright, yeah, let's get on to the fight. Now, the Nomu rushes and they actually gets in front of them for a second. Holy shit. Lincoln thinks he's fast. Chandler using his lightning armor. As Chandler pops up lightning around his body. As Nara explains, lightning armor. Thanks to help from Izuku, Chandler has learned to wrap his electricity around his entire body, and thus giving him a boost in his stats multiple times over. So yeah, Chandler gets a hit to his he does the Wakanda Forever pose and blocks it. This is when Lincoln hops up before punching the Nomu in the face before realizing they didn't really do anything. This is when the Nomu grabs Lincoln and slams him into the ground hard before tossing him away. Now then, Lincoln actually regains his ground here before spinning in the air, and before he lands, Lincoln starts to charge up. Kamehameha. God, I feel weird doing this. As Lincoln fires a Kamehameha at the Nomu, which Chandler, the other three seen this, they jump away as the Nomu is blasted and as an explosion pops off as all the UA students that are there at the time sees the explosion and wondering what the hell is going on down there. What is that? Zyla's still unconscious though, so you know. And this is round. Yeah, no. As they keep fighting this monstrosity, this is eventually when All Might shows up, saying, "I am here," with pure rage on his face. And how these villains can come and attack his students. He gets there and tells the boys that you boys did good, but leave this to me. As Izuku says, sorry, All Might, but I don't really think that's going to cut it right now. This thing is tough. Trust us. And so you're going to need all the help you can get. Lincoln says, All Might knowing that, as All Might knows that he won't be able to convince the boys not to leave, he says, all right, but stay behind me. As All Might rushes at the Nomu, fighting. And, fighting. This is when Lincoln comes in before grabbing it by its face and shoving a ki blast down its throat. Which, since Lincoln's thought process at this one is that this thing is kind of too dangerous to be kept alive. As you can obviously tell, it isn't human, so no moral regards for this thing. Only for Lincoln to realize as the ki blast goes through its throat. Pause. internal damage. It does internal damage. As Shigaraki starts to explain, Nomu has multiple quirks. Shock absorption. As he goes over all the quirks, telling him that he isn't just some strong bird. We were here to kill the symbol of peace. But you four brats along with him will help break his spirits even, break the hero's spirit even more. Now then, Nomu, kill them all, Shigaraki says. As Nomu starts to attack more viciously now. And this eventually leads to, now then, when Nomu eventually tries to grab All Might, Lincoln and Nezuko step up in front of the plate and grab Nomu's hands before having Clyde come from the side and swing, boosting his hand with ki before shrinking and training ice spikes to go through Nomu's body. Now then, all the thing this does is kind of piss it off as it swings its arms back, slapping all three boys away. And they got hit pretty hard this one. With the swing, since Nomu wasn't holding anything back this time. It smacks the three boys away as they all simultaneously crash into a different wall. Oh, why? And Chandler, who sees this brings out something inside of him. As his eyes turn a menace. As Chandler starts to power up, his aura now flashing green. When you look at him, and when you see him, he's grown taller, kind of ripping his suit mostly. Ripping his suit kind of, with his eyes turning a menacing yellow. As Chandler almost immediately rushes and attacks the Nomu. Starting with, I'd say he's around the All Might's shoulder in height right now. So yeah, he got pretty big. So he's starting to beat down on the Nomu, slamming down on it. As when All Might looks at it, he thinks that the young Chandler knocked him into power. Well, young McLean, or did he unfortunately go berserk? Now Chandler starts to just beat the Nomu into the ground over and over again. And trust me, he's kind of losing. Now as this fight goes on with the Nomu, Chandler, All Might got his wound grabbed in this timeline by right about now. So that's when Chandler stepped berserk. Akari Chandler stepped in. As he starts to just beat on the Nomu. He's even getting brutal with it, ripping its arms off, blasting it with as this is when he starts firing mouth beams at it. Just fire. Blowing holes through its chest. But Chandler starts to lose his sanity more and more. As Chandler grabs the Nomu before lifting it up and firing a massive mouth beam, a green ki blast from his mouth, he sends the Nomu flying out of the US jet. Yeah, blinked on it for a second. Chandler sends the Nomu flying out of the US jet. He completely loses it. His eyes turned as his pupils almost fade, going berserk as Chandler charges up, screaming. This is what wakes the other three up. What the hell? Clyde says before getting up. They're on. Clyde's arm is mostly broken, and this is around the time Bakugo and Kiri got here. So yeah, Chandler is losing his damn mind here, which this immediately leads to him attacking the first thing he sees. And that person is All Might, luckily, as he rushes towards All Might. With Shigaraki seeing this as a chance, he gets on and go now. As he leaves now, obviously he hasn't won, and if this kid somehow defeats All Might, he might be next. So, thinking how this, if he beats All Might, he's next, so he gets the fuck out of there, just outright dodge. But yeah, Chandler starts to almost immediately lose his shit, his cool. He's lost his damn mind, attacking anything that moves, which this eventually leads to the other four boys having to jump in, wondering what the hell is going on with basically their brother. As unfortunately for them, they don't know that he's kind of lost plot of the situation. He's just attacking extremely. This leads to a fight, which Lincoln actually comes down trying to kick Chandler before getting grabbed. And, well, you know the move that Broly did to Goku in the movie? Yeah. So he starts to use slinging Lincoln into the ground, dragging him around before tossing him over back to where the stairs are. Lincoln just crashes in there. This leads to the other two. This leads to Zuko and Clyde trying and also kind of getting the same result. And this is when Zuko comes. This is when Zuko pulls him to the side and comes with a pin. Instead of trying to attack him, why not let him calm the fuck down? Trying to get him to listen to reason instead. Maybe that'll work. Who knows? Zuko says that who's now violently bleeding from his head. So yeah. As they basically pounce on Chandler trying to get him to calm down. While saying something, I don't know, you can come up with memories, I guess. I don't. But one memory that Chandler remembers is around when they were started training. Then as Chandler started to remember the people that helped him train, and one of the key ones was Suyu. Y'all come up with that, what you will. And this finally lets the Hawking Menace calm down. Chandler shrinks, basically, and his muscles go back to a normal size after he passes out. The others breathe heavily, which leads to them going unconscious from their wounds, too. This is when the other pros show up, and things go similar to canon from here on out. I mean, the boys are still in the hospital, so Inko did call the Louds and tell Louds, McLean's, McBride's. So yeah. So they're unconscious currently, and Ryan talks to her family about this. You can come up with a conversation, But yeah. Alright, what time are we at? So I know if I can do the sports festival. Oh, damn it, wrong one. Yeah, we can do the sports festival here. Hell, probably in the early Saiyan arc. Yeah. So yeah, after the boys wake up, they notice something, that they're feeling a lot stronger than they did before the fight. Since they kind of got that, especially Lincoln, he got done like a rag doll. So after they do get out of the hospital and Lincoln talks to his family, who's obviously worried about him, this is when we see them come in, things about the sport festival, the class rep stuff still happened, but Ida still became it, so, and Momo was the vice rep? I forgot. Okay, so this is when they're formed of the sports festival and start training for it. Now then, the boys all do train their asses off, and during a particular fight between Lincoln and Zuko, well, they're also trying to help Chandler somewhat control that angry form, or at least trying to keep him from tapping into it so he doesn't try to fold anyone. During this, Lincoln falls off, gets launched up and then falls, and since he doesn't want to hit the ground, and before Lincoln can actually hit the ground, he notices something. But no, before Zuko can actually hit the ground, he notices something. As the others have wide eyes, and holy Zuko, open your eyes, Chandler says, as Zuko does, and realizes that he's flying. Okay, didn't know I could do this. What's happening? Zuko says, before landing and starting to talk. And after a little bit, Izuku gets somewhat control of this and lands. Izuku tells the boys, his brothers, what was that up? It's basically his brothers, you know. So, you know. Now, this eventually leads to them being able to fly. This happened during the first week, too, I mind you. Now then, Leaky and Izuku actually did some of their own secret training from the other two, since, well, they have quirks and they just have their, well, being Saiyans, so, you know. So Izuku comes up with a thought for Lincoln. How about they do something that could boost their ki for short periods of time? Since Izuku is smart, I think he'd be able to figure something like this out. But boost their ki for a short period of time along with their physical strength and all their stat. Every stat boosted up by, I don't know, say a percentage, how much? As they're also kind of basing off of one for all here. So, and this is when Izuku comes up with something, but Lincoln and Izuku goes two different ways for this. Go check out Week's List Shield since I got this idea for Izuku's for instance. Jotsu Jiu-Jitsu. Yeah. Jotsu Jiu-Jitsu. You can learn what that is from their channel. I'll link what part it is. And if I don't, just remind me in the comments. Or I'll probably remember myself anyway and do it. Well, Lincoln goes for the Kaioken. So, yeah. Eventually, these two do practice this along with their flying. So along with their flying, they practice this, you know. And this is the day of the UA Sports Festival. Now then, all the way in America, as Lincoln is talking to Lynn the night before the Sports Festival. Hey, Lynn. Lincoln says, hey, bro. So how do you feel about being able to compete in something this big? Lynn says, well, kind of jealous that she won't be able to ever compete in something like the UA Sports Festival. She's still proud of her little brother for being able to do this. As Lincoln tells her that it's amazing. As this is when Lynn tells her that their families all rented out a room in the Great Lake City so they could watch the sports festival happen. And, you know, yeah. Oh, also, I'll be having the reactions too. Just telling y'all that now. I'll be having the reactions to the sports festival since, you know, Japan is America's 13 hours ahead of Japan. I'm going to have them react to it like it's live, even though, you know, it'd just be recordings, but, yeah. So, yeah, this is the day of the sports festival, but during this time, we see the Louds, McBrides, McLeans all pull up to the place, a theater in Great Lake City. Yeah, let's go with that. As we see, like, all the Loud family members except Pop, who's actually watching at his retirement home to go to his friends about his superpowered nephew. You know, so yeah, as they're watching this, you know, they're also watching for Ronnie Ann too. Since, you know, the Santiago's are here. Well, Casa Grandes. But yeah. So Lola says, ooh, I can't wait. I'm so excited. She's excited to see her big brother compete. But during this time, yeah, Shinso came in and made that declaration of war. The boys thinks he's an ass. All of them, including Izuku, who actually wonders why he's acting like this, but decides to play it off for now. So yeah, sports festival time. Let's get into it. Alright, so this is when we see so as they hear also it's going to be translated to English for the people and for them, so get more. So this is when we see them before the UH festival starts. We see in the I don't know what to call it, comfort room, I don't know, 1A's room they had in there, as Todoroki makes a declaration of war, and not just Izuku in his timeline, but also the Lincoln, Chandler, Clyde, especially Chandler after seeing what he did in the USJ. He ripped the Nomu apart and almost killed it. which, yeah, they still got the no move, so, but All Might, I'll tell the boys about that later. All he did in this timeline was tell them to say that I am here. Yeah, you know. As he says, this declaration of war also goes to Santiago for being a foreigner and still, well, not having anything bad, but just the fact that she was chosen out like any other foreigner shows that she has a chance to beat him at becoming number one. Shows that she has promise in that. So yeah, the declaration of war is on all of them. This is when we get to the start of the UA Sports Festival. Let's go. As this is when the race starts. 3, 2, 1, go! President Mike says. Now, as everyone runs out, we see 4 blurs basically blast out of the hole before splitting up. When we see that the boys are all encoding in their own key, before it finally dissipates from all of them as they fly. They all fly ahead. Whoa! It seems like Midoriya, Loud, McLean, McBride all has some new tricks up their sleeve, it seems. As this is when we see the Loud and Santiago's point of the family's point of view in American. As Lily says, Lincoln can fly. As the others are actually kind of shocked about the younger ones are immediately pulled out by the fact that Lincoln and his friends can all fly now. But the parents are wondering, have to talk to them about that later. As Lincoln's, you were holding out on what you could do, little bro. Although, this is nice. As you see, now then, and the boys don't let this just fly by each other. They're attacking each other in the air. This, as one hand links to Lincoln just outright punting Chandler down to the ground before he gets kicked away by Clyde, only for him to dodge Izuku and Roundhouse kick him to the ground before flying off. As this is when Lincoln. Now then, things go they switch ahead every once in a while. Fuck was that? Thought I turned that damn tablet off. Okay. As they switch ahead every once in a while. This is when Lincoln's in front of the Chandler around the Maya field and Ryan's down there. He then strikes Lincoln to where he falls and lands on Ryan in a not so comfortable position. Anime moment. Basically that. Oh shit, Lincoln says, sorry Ronnie, as realizing that he's kind of too far away now. As Ryan's aura is pink? Yeah, pink. Which I hope you know Lincoln isn't blushing really at all about this. Yeah, I think that was him and Kyoka. As he also hopefully realized that, yeah, it's just they ran across each other, nothing like that. As Lincoln basically... Lincoln can sense it. Izuku's in first place, and I didn't want to pull this trick out of my hat too early, but I guess I have to. Kaioken ×1! Lincoln screams before he bursts away from Ronnie. Ren has a red dash as he passed Chandler and Clyde before making it with Izuku. But as the two almost end up instantly crossing the finish line together, leaving them to both be number one. Which we go to the family's point of view as they're shocked that Lincoln again was holding out on what he can do. And President Mike says, seems like Loud even has more tricks up his sleeve. Wonder what else he'll pull out in this fantastic battle. President Mike being Mike, well, as I always said, that's impressive. Also, he's gonna have to question his student about this either, which Lincoln is somewhat sore after using Kaioken, but not that much. So yeah, we get into the cavalry battle. Realistically, you can think of however it goes. I mean, all the people who were intended gets to go, but the extra of Lincoln, Chandler, Clyde, Radian actually did, thanks to Lincoln falling on her and being stuck in the minefield for a little bit, Radian actually didn't get to participate at all. If y'all don't like this, you can just tell me in the comments so we can make her get taken out like somewhere in the second round, who knows. But yeah, Actually, no, Ronnie Ann actually didn't make it. She got taken around the second round by Plant Girl. Yeah. Actually, no, it ended in the draw. Let's just say that. I don't want to disrespect Ronnie Ann like that, but at the same time, But okay. But we get to the first fight, Izuku and Shinso. Now, yeah, things go pretty similar. Izuku whoops his ass a lot earlier, but yeah. Now we get to Clyde's first fight. I guess against like a random Class 1B student. He's frozen immediately. So, and then we get Chandler's fight. Actually against Kaminari. So yeah, since Ronnie and Plant Girl took each other out in their first round, this leads to Chandler fighting Kaminari. Wait, no, not first round. Shit. But since there was no extra spot available in the first round, Chandler fights Kaminari, and well, considering that Chandler can absorb electricity, and is also physically a lot stronger than Kaminari, this fight is easily ended with Chandler blitzing Kaminari before giving him one gut punch, which leaves him down. Oh, also, I will do Digimon What Ifs too. Mainly what it's about, what if the main character went to the digital world earlier or something like that. But yeah. Then we get to Lincoln's fight against Monoma. Dear Monoma. He gets slapped immediately. Actually, Lincoln lets him talk shit for a little bit before he just outright embarrasses him by kicking him out the ring. So we're moving on to the second round. We got Izuku versus Shoto, Katsuki versus Ichiro, Clyde versus Tet. Actually, and this is the first match we see that really changes much. It's Chandler versus Clyde in the second round. Now then, all the Midoriyas and everyone there that's watching that in America are shocked to see that they're fighting against each other this early. One of Clyde's dad said, Howard, damn it, it's been a long day, all right? Yeah, but Howard says, fighting already early? Well, I hope Clyde wins. He says, but I am, as they're rooting for both Chandler and Clyde to win. Actually, you know what? I'm going to say that for the third round. All the big fights are happening in the third round. So yeah, like Chandler fights Tetsu and Clyde Ichiro. Izuku fights Shoto, and that fight kind of ended. Well, Izuku didn't. Lincoln just fights like another, I guess, Plant Girl. It took it. Lincoln actually gets a free pass to the second round, so since there's really no one else to fight. So yeah, let's go over the Izuku versus Shoto here. Okay. Now then, Shoto told them about the whole court. Things go to can up until this point. So this is when the fight, and Izuku says that he won't be going all out if Shoto doesn't. Which is serious Shoto, which he sends that path of ice at Izuku, only for it to be broken down with one swing from Izuku's punch, which Shoto then proceeds to follow up with an ice barrage. Now this is how things play out for a while. Izuku does get up close enough to get up a good hit, but he doesn't throw Shoto out the ring immediately. As he wants to show him, use your fire side. Shoto telling him before Izuku yells at him, it's your quirk, not his. You choose what to do with it, not him. As this leads to Shoto have a revelation as he activates his fire side, which Izuku charges up his ki, which he charges a blast as Shoto fires Flash Fire Fist. He says, Toki. I'm giving Izuku his own Tokyo Blast. Izuku fires out a green beam. Yeah, a green beam. Actually, no, a yellow beam of ki, which clashes with Shoto's Flash Flame. Actually, no, it doesn't even get to clash as. Cementos put up barriers to stop the fight from getting this out of hand as explosions. Now, what seems Shoto outside the ring unconscious. Zuko with some of his shirt ripped off from the intense heat. So Zuko moves to the third round. Chandler and Clyde also move to the third round. And this is when we get interesting fights, finally. Wait, no. Lincoln versus Zuko. Wait, no, that would leave someone for Katsuki. Shit. I kind of shot myself in the foot on this one. Lincoln has a boring third round against, I don't know, Ijiro, yeah. Carrie wins his... Wait, no, Carrie was fighting Chandler. Shit, I shot myself in the foot. I don't know, just say a random 1B student got to the But no, these are the semifinals. Fuck. I've shot myself in the foot here. Okay, the semifinals ends with a fight between Chandler and Clyde. Whoever wins this one, thanks to the odd number, it'll be a free-for-all after this. Actually, no, for this for the second round, it's Lincoln versus Clyde. So we gotta backtrack a bit. Oh, this is good. As Lincoln stands, as they do the similar poses of Goku and Vegeta during their first fight, before Lincoln almost immediately rushes Clyde, which Clyde dodges before blocking a kick from Lincoln. Well, 2 kicks before he sends back his own, Lincoln dodging in the air before kicking Clyde by the neck, sending him flying. So this Lincoln and Clyde rush each other, trading blow after blow, which leads to Lincoln actually getting behind Clyde and hitting him with a double hammer to the ground, since they're both flying by this point. Now then, Clyde charges Ki in his left hand to charge at Lincoln before he dodges, kind of taking out some of his hair before Lincoln hits Clyde with a very hard haymaker to the stomach. And this leads Clyde to grab his stomach. It hurt a lot, as he's in pain. As Clyde starts to charge up, as Lincoln starts to use his quirk too, boosting his own. Yes, Clyde uses the ice cloak. Y'all come up with a better name than ice cloak, okay? Because I don't... Freeze cloak? Below zero... shit, we'll come up with something. Ice cloak for now. Clyde uses the ice in his body, basically to stabilize his bones, which boosts up which makes his hits harder. So we're stepping it up, huh, Clyde? Yep. Alright then. Kaioken times 2! As the red aura flashes around Lincoln before he rushes at Clyde. Which allows him to... Oh, shit. I might have to just do their own semi-reaction to it. Who knows? I might. But as the Louds and McBrides are watching their 2 sons basically go at it, and this is when we see Lincoln get one good hit on Clyde, which actually cracks the ring below them and causes some of the ground to shake just a bit before Clyde delivers one brutal knee to the jaw, which actually causes Lincoln to spit up some blood, which Lincoln then lands on his hands before kicking Clyde in the face, which he then dodges a hit before getting shot in the face with a ki blast. As Lincoln arts himself, but Kaioken fading for a little bit again. Which Lincoln is exhausted. Lincoln is, well, you can see, Lincoln rips his shirt off completely at this point. As Clyde and Lincoln are both smiling before Lincoln says, Kaioken times 3! As Lincoln's muscles bulge up, and as he rushes Clyde, with Clyde rushing him, and now in a purple-like aura, being boosted significantly as these 2 trade blow from blow from blow. Every swing is either countered or sent back. And as Lincoln hits Clyde in the face before getting hit himself, this leads the 2 to jump back before firing ki blast. Firing ki blast. Hey Clyde, what do you say we end this like Izuku and Shoto's fight? Really, we're going all out by now? Since this is well in like 10 minutes into the fight, which as I said, let him keep going unless it gets too dangerous. Clyde flies up in the air before. I'll show you something I've been working on, Lincoln. Clyde releases all of his power. As he becomes a purple sun-like thing. Sunlight. Yeah. As Lincoln starts charging up. Lincoln does his usual Kamehameha. Now Clyde says, Calic gun, fire! As the two beams clash in the air. This is a spectacle for everyone to witness. As these two of them struggle against each other. As Lincoln shatters the ground below him. Which Lincoln, realizing that he might lose this, is willing to risk his body. He says, Kaioken, time's forward! Which Lincoln's eyes go white for a second as this big of a power boost sends the big back at Clyde, where he's engulfed in the attack, exploding before falling down to the ground. Out of ring and unconscious, Lincoln following suit. Lincoln being declared the winner and these two being taken to the recovery girl. They get scolded, like normal. All Might shows up to talk to them. With Izuku and Chandler there. As, well, they decide, thanks to someone decided it's a free-for-all for next round. As next round, we get Izuku versus Chandler. Wait, no. Yeah, no, free-for-all at this point. Yeah. Okay, free-for-all. Good, lovely. After Lincoln is healed up, this is when the free-for-all starts. What time limit are we at right now? 46. Okay, won't be able to do internship arc. Okay, do that next video. Alright, time for Izuku and Chandler. Hold up, let me get a drink real quick. Pick up my juice. Thirsty. Alright, let's get to this. Ooh. Alright, don't worry. Just pulling out some food after I get done with this. Alright, let's get into Izuku versus Chandler. Wait, no, I said free-for-all. Yeah. So we get started for the free-for-all. As Lincoln, Izuku, and... Actually, no, yeah, Izuku and Chandler, then free-for-all. Izuku Midoriya is called up to the stage, followed by Chandler McClane. As soon as the fight starts, Chandler activates his quirk, rushing Izuku, which Izuku barely has time to dodge before he lashes his legs around Chandler's head and proceeds to slam him to the ground. This is when after Chandler gets slammed to the ground, he grabs Izuku by his shirt, not tail, since they said no pulling the tail part. That's kind of on them. As Chandler grabs Izuku and chucks him before. Oh, I'm getting tired of my nose being like this. Need some allergy medicine. Shit. Next video might be the Digimon What If arc, internship arc. Probably after I get bored. Also, hold up, let me check the temperature real quick. I got dogs out there and can't leave them out. I ain't leaving them out there if it's 100. Okay. But yeah. Chandler immediately rushes Izuku before hitting him hit him with a couple of gut punches, which rapid fire gut punches before swinging, which Izuku dodges before giving Chandler an elbow to the stomach, which is then followed up by an axle kick. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. Which leads to Izuku flipping and axle kicking Chandler. This is when Chandler says, "I know you probably have something similar to Lincoln, so quit holding out on me. I want to go full out from here on out." Also, because I've been holding out on you two as well. As Chandler starts to grunt before growing, just a bit, as his eyes turn yellow, I like to show you my Akari form. Huh, rage. Izuku thought. As he says, Jotsu Jutsu times 3. Yeah, times 3. As a greenish aura pops up around Izuku, as him and Chandler rush each other. The two green auras clashing with each fist after fist. You can hear the clash of their fists shake throughout the arena. As they actually also look like they're teleporting, but just moving really fast. This is when someone gets the upper hand. Izuku gets him with an uppercut to the jaw before giving him a down cut, and then shit. I really need to learn the Japan names. Not Tokyo. God damn it. One Japan. Alright, what's the Japan city y'all can think of? I need to obviously look them up and write them down. So, actually, I say he copies something from Lincoln and he hits him with a Kamehameha. But Chandler dodges instead of stacking away because of, people in the stands. Which, this turns into Chandler flying back up there, giving Zuko one nasty headbutt. Which then leads to Zuko hitting Chandler in his jaw, breaking his nose in the process before slapping Chandler back down. But he grabs a hold of Zuko and, using the momentum of being thrown down, grabs Zuko by both hands on one of his legs and completely slam him down into the ground, breaking the arena yet again. Some Inthos isn't happy about this. He will remember. But yeah. Slamming Zuko on the ground. And this causes Zuko to drop out Jotsu Jutsu for a quick couple of seconds before he kicks Chandler in the jaw. Kicks Chandler in his already broken nose, actually. For jumping up and hitting Chandler with a deb. Going back to Jotsu Jutsu 3, he hit him Chandler with one mean hit to his ribs, cracking some of them, actually. This leads to Chandler punching Izuku in the face, getting blood out as Izuku wipes his face. And they fight for a while after this. Now then, if I had the actual time and if I wasn't hungry, I might do a full-on DBZ fight one of these days. But, yeah. So for now, I say we skip for like a couple of minutes, 10 minutes at most. As we see the boys just hold up. As we see them just punching, as we see them, they're both covered in bruises. Their shirts are torn. They're just hurting. They've had one brutal fight. Wish I had the time to talk about it though, but kind of short. Really short. Yeah, shit. I'm trying to get below an hour on these videos now, so. Alright, let's hurry up and finish this. So yeah, Chandler comes around from outright after all this fighting, and they just keep hitting each other. There aren't any blocks here; they're just punching each other repeatedly. As it looks like they're not even seeing at the point, but eventually one of them goes down, and it's Chandler. Yeah, it's Chandler. It's Chandler. I want to get. Actually, no, it's Izuku. Izuku goes down first, leaving Chandler the winner of his semi-final match, moving them to the finals. So yeah, it's a free-for-all. Katsuki's immediately taken out, as it's just a fight between someone who used to be Lincoln's bully and now best friend / brother. God, I want to go over this fight so much, but I'm just gonna skip it. Tell me if you want me to go in this fight in detail in the comments, and I'll go over it. But after a lot of punching, cool moves, bam, Lincoln wins. Yeah, Jesus. I really wish I didn't crunch for so much time, or else we could have had a fight here. Yeah, all right. Lincoln wins. So yeah, I mean, Lincoln is first place, Chandler is second, Kotsky third. The others getting awesome, Cole Mills too, but yeah. As while this is happening, Ida gets an unfortunate call. His brother was attacked by the hero killer. And this leaves Ida devastated before walking away. And also in the at America, the Louds are cheering for Lincoln. Over the moon, happy that he was able to become number one. Well, at the sports festival. But yeah. Also, tell me in the comments if you want to see an actual video about the Louds reacting over how brutal their fights were too. These fights were, brutal to say the least. I'm not gonna lie. All right, I'm gonna go try. All right, I'm gonna go try my phone, possibly pop out another video by night or just night. Mark 13.